Welcome to the August 2022 Star Wars Canon Update. Last month we got 1 new book and 9 new comic issues, so let's dive in. The new novel was The Princess and the Scoundrel by Beth Revis. I liked it more than I was expecting to. I was kind of cynical about its connections with the Halcyon and the Galactic Star Cruiser, but Revis immediately made it important and impactful to the story in surprising ways. As far as canon goes, Han and Leia get married right after the Battle of Endor and then use their honeymoon to create alliances for the brand new Republic. And we learn that Ewoks throw absolute rager bachelor parties. If you want to hear my full review of the book, I'll put it in the cards, and if you want to check out the audiobook for free, you can by clicking on the link in the description or by visiting www.audibletrial.com/Star Wars Explained. Moving into comics, Star Wars issue 26 looks like the start of a new arc now that we've dealt with Commander Zara. We see a little victory for the Rebel Alliance, a sort of public announcement that the Battle of Hoth did not fully defeat them, but we also meet a family of Imperials that have been activated by Kira and Crimson Dawn to create chaos within the Empire. We don't know their plan yet, but we learn that they were stationed on the second Death Star, so I'm curious if we're about to learn that the existence of another planet killer will be leaked to the Rebel Alliance thanks to Crimson Dawn. I think that would be a neat development, and I'm into this new arc so far. Darth Vader issue 26 was pretty good. A lot of it was dedicated to flashbacks of Anakin's past, really driving home the fact that his growing relationship with Sabe is helping him work through the loss of Padme and his mother, as if saving Sabe from danger will make up for how he failed to save either of them. I do like that he's working through all of this in the midst of a sandstorm while piloting a pod racer made by his childhood friend Kitster. I liked it. It was just a very fast read. Dr. Aphra issue 23 was great, again. Sana convinces Magna to join her team to rescue Aphra from the Spark Eternal, and I love that team, made up of characters from the first series and the new, all working together, but Lucky and his team are working for Ronan Tag, and they find Aphra first on board the Crimson Dawn flagship. Sana and the others follow the wrong lead, and wind up uncovering 2 more characters from the past, 000 and BT-1. I am so happy to see them return. The little murder bots are a blast, and I can't wait to see what Alyssa Wong has in store for them. Bounty Hunters issue 26 kept up some good momentum from last month and finally saw the conclusion of Tonga's hunt for Cordelia, and I like that Cordelia decided to stay with Crimson Dawn, and Kira was so impressed with Tonga that she offered her a job. I did not like that Vukora killed the Nexu, and I'm still in deep denial that it's actually dead. I'm hoping for a miraculous recovery next issue. Bounty Hunters has always been a little up and down for me, but it's been on the upswing lately, and I like the trajectory for a lot of the characters now that the Cordelia stuff seems to be over. Han Solo and Chewbacca issue 5 continued to be a load of fun. This series isn't doing anything too crazy or galaxy-shattering, but it's just fun. Han is double-crossed by the man masquerading as his father, a criminal whose real name is Corbus, but he and Chewie are rescued by several of the frenemies that they've made in the previous 4 issues, including Greedo. They track Corbus to a massive jail where they retrieve him, but Chewie is captured instead. Han is shot by Greedo when he refuses to leave. Inside the prison, Chewie walks by Ponda Baba and Dr. Evazan, but also runs into Maz Kanata, which is, like I said, fun. Even though Han will obviously survive and Chewbacca will obviously escape the prison, this series is downright enjoyable. Obi Wan issue 4 was probably the best of the series so far, and I said that about issue 3 as well. Obi Wan and Anakin have to visit an old friend of Kenobi's that went rather mad during the Clone Wars and started killing clones and separatists indiscriminately. They try to talk him down, but he attacks, and Anakin kills him in self-defense, although he is remorseful. This issue was deep and thought-provoking and connected back to the previous issues in meaningful ways. I'm usually not crazy about these anthology-style flashback comics. There have been a lot of them over the years, but this one has been getting stronger and stronger. The 5th and final issue of Halcyon Legacy was fine, just like the rest of the series. It was fun seeing bounty hunters on the ship, especially some surprise connections to the Galaxy's Edge comic, and confirmation that Tonga and Lash survive well beyond the original trilogy era. And I'll always be happy to see Vi Marathi, but the story of some goofy pirates trying to take over the ship to find a spy, it just felt overly goofy and didn't really connect with me. I would skip this series unless you're really into the Galactic Star Cruiser stuff. Hyperspace Stories issue 1 got off to a good start. The Star Wars Adventures line tended to split every issue into 2 stories. With that format, I never felt like we got a really good, strong story in any one issue, unless it was something like Battle Tales or Tales from Vader's Castle, which was more ongoing. But the first issue of Hyperspace Stories was basically a one-shot. I don't think it'll continue week to week, but it might. It set up an interesting mystery that could come back. Also, it was one of the earliest Anakin as a Jedi Knight stories we've ever seen, and it may have shown us Obi Wan's first encounter with General Grievous. That's still up in the air, it's kind of vague, but I enjoyed it. If future issues follow this format, I think I'll like it more as the all-ages comic. The second issue of the Mandalorian adaptation came out. Like the first month, it doesn't tell us anything new. It's a straight-up retelling, but this issue was more interesting than the first because there is so little dialogue and it's all very visual, so I appreciated that. For Story of the Month, I think I'm going to go with Dr. Aphra again. I'm just having an absolute blast reading it month after month, and the return of my favorite murder droids was so exciting. In September, we're getting 8 new comic issues, and we're finally getting the first 4 episodes of Andor on September 21st and 28th. I was originally supposed to be talking about Andor in this month's Canon Update, but whatever. I'm ready to talk about it very soon. The Canon Update will return on October 2nd to cover all those new Star Wars stories. Until then, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.